Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy Stoodles.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of February, 2017, and this is episode 229. That's a lot. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To all our returning viewers, and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we have some people who introduced themselves in the Ravelry group this week. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Chanel, who is Chanel from Texas. Lauren, who is Patched Pastor from Arkansas. And Amy, who is A Quilter 2 from Virginia.
Welcome. We're glad to have you. Thanks for introducing yourselves. So Dammy, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introduction thread because you will get a shout out on our next episode and you will be able to participate in all our cows and giveaways.
Speaking of, we have a giveaway today. Stay tuned for that. You won't want to miss out because it's amazing. All right, well, we have quite a bit to talk about today. Yeah, so we probably should just get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Dammy?
I am working on another sample for our new book, Coffee with Cece and Dammy 2, another 7 pattern caffeine inspired knitting collection.
I don't think you've said that before. I mean, I think that's very difficult for you to say because you've never said those words before.
I'm working on the espresso shots mitts, and I can't show you, but it's on US 2's 2.75 millimeters, and I'm using Rusty Ferret Yarns RF Quadruple in the Steampunk colorway. It's a sock blank that I can't show you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you've already knit one mitt, but you're knitting a couple of the other options.
Yes.
For the photo shoot next week. Next week is the photo shoot. Yeah. I think it's coming too fast for you, right? You need a few extra hours. Okay. Anything else on your needles?
No.
Okay.
So what is on your needles?
Well, first up is my zigzag blanket. This is my 10 stitch zigzag. The pattern is the 10 stitch zigzag by Frankie Brown. It's on US 4's 3.5 mil needles, and I finished the Strawberry Fields yarns, the self-striping and the frozen colorway stripe this week, and I have cast on and am doing the opal sweet and spicy in the chili colorway, and it's a self-striping as well. So yeah, I'm making progress on that. So yeah, it's getting quite large. I think I'm like 37% done, and it's getting, it feels large already. So, and then the second thing I'm working on is on the Sparkly Spice Market shawl, which is on the Spice Market pattern by Melanie Berg. I'm on US 2.5 3 mil needles, and the yarn is Countess Ablaze Lady Persephone sock in a pink one-of-a-kind colorway. That's the main color. And then the contrast colors are Sarah's Texture Crafts Sparkle Sock. They're all mini skeins in the Serene, Embers, Fairy Brights, Indian Summer, Blossom, and Tranquil colorways. Are y'all ready?
Ooh.
Sorry, I was trying to get to the end over here. So you see all these big blocks of color. So now I am using those colors to contrast through and make this really cool. It's a slip stitch and then a really cool other stitch to make the little, can you see them? The little things. I don't know what she calls them. But so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 of the contrasting colors. So I'm on 5 of 6. And then there's one more, I think there's one more kind of section-y stuff to finish things out, but it's a simpler type thing. So because there's one row out of every 8 in this section I'm in right now that is really difficult, and it's not that it's like difficult, it's just because you're working with 3 stitches at a time, and so it makes it a little difficult, and it makes it a little more time consuming than the rest where you're just kind of zipping along. So, and then the third thing I have on my needles is a new pair of socks because I finished a pair of C. These are what I am calling my Shorty Saltwater Taffy socks. This is my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern. The modification I'm making is I'm knitting to 2.5 inches after the heel for the leg, and then I am binding off with the Jenny surprisingly stretchy bind off, all in knit, and then once you weave your ends, the top of the socks roll.
Mm-hmm.
So I am using US 1.5 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is some yummy yarn that my sweet friend Jilly sent to me for Christmas. I had never used a homespun house yarn before, so she sent me some. So this is a homespun house plump merino in the saltwater taffy colorway. So there, I had just finished the heel a few minutes ago, and so now I'm working on the leg, and it'll be fast. And so I have a lot of socks, hand knit socks. I don't have a lot of hand knit shorty socks, and I think I've said this before, the ones I bought last summer just at the store are falling apart really fast, whereas my hand knits don't. So what I'm going to be doing for myself for the foreseeable future is knitting pairs of shorty socks, but there's enough yarn that I can knit a pair of shorty socks for Dammy too. And then we'll be twins, but not on the same day because she doesn't like that. But we'll be twins. We'll have matching socks. So this is one of 4 socks that I'll be knitting out of this. And the yarn is yummy, yummy, yummy. Like I said, I'd never worked with a homespun house yarn before, and it's really nice. I do recommend it. Oops. There it is in the cake. Isn't it yummy? So yay. And that is everything that I am working on. So let's move on to the next segment because we do have some FOs.
Now we're going to talk about our finished projects.
So what'd you finish this week?
I finished the flat white wrap for our new book. It was on US 3's 3.25 millimeters, and the yarn was Little Yellow Ute Crafts Prano Shawl in the flat white colorway, but I can't show it to you, so...
And you used almost every bit of that yarn.
Yes.
You had maybe, what, like 1 gram left or something?
I don't know, I haven't weighed it.
It's not much. So it's almost, those skeins weighed more than 100 grams, so it's like 1,000 meters of yarn. But the nice thing about the pattern is it's modifiable. You can make it smaller, shorter, you can make it wider, you can make it skinnier, you can make it into a scarf, you can make it into a cowl. And so those options are written into the pattern. So if you want to change things, you can. Okay, do you want to say anything else about that?
Nope.
Okay.
So what did you finish?
I finished a couple things this week. First up is the weekly preemie hat. This is number 6 for the year. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern on Ravelry. I used US 6's 4 mil needles, and the yarn is Mirasol Yarn Hacho in the royal yellow and mauve colorway, and an unknown dark green yarn that I held doubled. And so that used it all. I used all that up. So I need to trim. There's a little strand off the pom-pom that needs to be trimmed. So number 6 for the year. And then the other thing I finished is my shorty Ghost Love socks. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern. I was on US 1.5 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Easy Knits Twinkle in the Ghost Kiss colorway. And so like I said in the last segment, I just knit to 2.5 inches past the heel and then just bound off, and then they just roll down like that, and they're really fabulous. And they're very sparkly. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, there's some sparkle. So yay. So and now I have 2 pairs of shorty socks that I've knit because I've knit a Gilmore Girls pair. And this will be 3 that I'm working on. And that is everything that I finished this week. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. What are yummies, Dammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So we're going to briefly talk about this, but then stay tuned for the review/giveaway segment where we're going to talk about it more. But Kate, who is Lil-Arena on Ravelry, is the proprietress.
Just say proprietor.
Of Fibrary, which is a shop on Etsy. And she sent us, how beautiful is this? It's a Degas painting. So she sent us that, and then she sent things for Dammy and I, and one for y'all. We're going to talk about them in more detail, but this is mine. Hello, Grink. This one is, Dammy's. And this one is one for y'all. So we'll talk about that in more detail later in the show, so stay tuned. But that was definitely a yummy of the week. Thanks, Kate, because they're fabulous. Okay, next up, I have to tell you about these pens. Because I think if you've been watching for a while, you know I dropped her pencil. It's okay, I've got pins. Okay. You know that I have a thing for stationery and pens and things like that. So in my bullet journal, Bujo for short, I just saw that the thing was twisted. I've been writing in pencil because I like to be able to erase because I change things around. Especially if like I have more time one day and I can, well, for example, the book I laid out the book, I've been laying out the book, and I've just got placeholder images in so that after the photo shoot next week I can just plug those in. So the book has been sent to our tech editor and our copy editor. Sorry, my brain.
You started to say tech editor.
I don't know. I was like, wait, is that right? So the book is with them so that they can do the editing, and then that'll be done, and I could just plug in the photos and it'll be ready to go to the printer. Anyway, long story short. So I had like laid out when I was going to, or I had like, I had figured out when I was going to lay out the certain patterns and parts of the book. But then I ended up having some free time, and so I like went ahead and did more, and so then I had to go through and erase all of those and move things up. So I like to be able to erase. And erasable pens have been crap for a long time, y'all. That's just how it is. But I found out about these pens, and I found them in a shop. But then I also heard Mary Heather from Ravelry, who also, I should put this in the show notes. Are y'all doing #YarnLoveChallenge? So it's a monthly photo challenge for February, hosted by Mary Heather and Christina O'Hare. Anyway, I was watching one of this story has gotten so long. I was watching Mary Heather's YouTube channel, and she does, she talks about her planner every month, and she's talking about these pens that she loved, and I had seen them in the shop, and I was like, okay, she loves them, I'm gonna try them. So these are the Pilot Friction pens. They're, I've got point ones, and I've got a ball one, and they are erasable by friction. So the friction you make with your erasing it, it makes it erase because you've got friction. So I have another one actually over there because I bought a set of 3. The other one's pink. And these are the 0.5. So they're the little bitty tiny. And they write that color, blue, purple, and pink. And then I got this one that is a 0.7. Pink. But I'm loving these, and they do erase really well. And so now I'm writing in my Bujo in pen again, which makes me so happy. So, the long story short, Pilot Friction pens for the win. Okay, that's all I have to say about those. Sorry, that kind of just went. If you're not participating in #YarnLoveChallenge, you should look it up on Instagram.
Okay.
Dammy, you have a yummy that you would like to share with us.
Yes, the Great Comic Cast likes me.
Oh, so tell us the story.
Well, I'm doing a thing with pens.
Ooh. But not erasable ones.
No, that's the point. Because I'm doing a drawing thing with experimenting with ballpoint pens because you can't erase with pens, so I haven't really drawn with pens a lot.
Unless you have the pens that I have, you can erase.
Mama.
Sorry.
So I'm doing a thing where I'm going to draw the whole Great Comic Cast in ballpoint pen. it's more exciting than it sounds.
Okay, so every day you're picking a different character and drawing them.
Well, right now I'm going in the order of prologue, and then I'm just going to do the whole ensemble in alphabetical order.
Okay, and so you're drawing these and then you're putting them up on Instagram.
And I've been tagging the actors because I've done that before, and they're like, they're chill, they don't mind.
Okay.
And some of them have liked my stuff already. Well, first of all, Nicholas Belton, who plays Andre, stalks the Great Comet tag on Instagram and just goes through and likes a bunch of people's photos at a time.
Okay.
So he's liked quite a few of my photos like that.
Oh, that's nice.
But then Grace McLean, who plays Maria, liked the one I did of Maria. And then Lucas Steele, who plays Anatole, liked for like the third time now a picture I've tagged him in. So
that's pretty awesome. They are about the social media.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. Way to go.
Yeah.
Yay.
I tagged Nick Chokesy in the one I did of Dolokhov, but he hasn't been active on Instagram in like 3 years, but I tagged him anyway. He'll see it next time he logs in like 6 months or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool. So if people want to see your drawings, they can go to your Instagram. What's your username?
Dammy's Doodles.
All one word?
Just like on Ravelry. No, there's a space. It's 2 words.
No, I meant like it's all one word together. There's not like a hyphen or whatever. All right. Do we have any other yummies?
No.
We are working hard, you guys. We are working so hard to get this book ready for you. Which is why there's not as many yummies. Okay. So then let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month, so you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
And February is our favorite month for hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. Why? Because it's Alphabet Soup Month. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not numbers. So we're going through the entire alphabet. We take a break on the 14th for love, for Valentine's Day. And then at the end of the month, the 28th, it's the number 2. Because there's only 26 letters in the English alphabet. So we make do. Okay, so what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. So great job, everybody. Those were our favorite photos. It's never too late to join in. All you do is take a look at the prompts list. Today is H. And you interpret it however you want. Like, my H for today was the letter how. I know there was other stuff, but how cool or something. I can't remember how I worded it. So you interpret it however you want. What is it when a bunch of words start with the same letter?
Alliteration?
Yeah, alliteration. I've done, I think, 1 or 2 of those, and I know other people too have like used descriptive words and made it alliterate. Does that make sense? Okay, so you take a picture of the prompt, however you're interpreting it. You post it on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag GGKCraftyPad, because otherwise we can't find your photo. And yours might get chosen. All right, Dammy, we have an upcoming event that is upcoming way too fast. That we'll be attending. Why don't you tell them about it?
It is Edinburgh Yarn Festival. We are going to be vending there with our new book on Friday the 10th and Saturday the 11th of March.
Okay.
It's almost a month away.
Oh dear, Don't say that. Oh, we need to change that calendar.
I know, I keep forgetting.
We have a dry erase calendar that's like behind where the camera is.
January.
It's stuck in January. We use it for like, we like put the podcast dates on the appropriate recording day, and we do like our test knits, like, oh, this test knit is ending here. That's what it is. Okay. So, Edinburgh Yarn Festival. The advance tickets have completely sold out.
Ooh.
They put up a post yesterday on their website talking about the reason they can't just add more tickets. And so there are going to be tickets available at the door, but it depends on how many people are in the building, because I'm sure it's a health and safety thing. They can't have more than X number.
Fire hazard.
Yeah, they can't have more than X number of people in the building at a time.
All
So
these people are a fire hazard because they'll spontaneously combust.
So, I mean, like, somebody might have bought a weekend ticket to be able to come both days, but they're going to come and be there for a few hours, and then they're going to go have lunch with someone, and then they might come back the next morning. So they're not expecting all these people to be in there at once.
Mm-hmm.
So dependent on how many people are in the building, they will have tickets at the door, but you should go read that post if you didn't get tickets and you're planning on coming. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And help me remember to remember, because we are going to do a special hashtag GGK Crafty Pad prompt for Edinburgh Yarn Festival again this year. And I'm thinking one of the prizes is going to be an ebook of our new book. Mm. And maybe we should give away one of our new project bags as well. Mm. So, stay tuned for that. That's all I have to say about EYF. EdinYarnFest.com is our website if you want to go read that. And we're looking forward to seeing, hopefully, a lot of you there. Come find us. I don't remember our booth number, but we can tell you later. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So, Tammy, what are you reading? Wait, let me guess. I foresee that it's a very large book.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a foreign language in it. Uh-huh. And I feel like they might want to burst into song at any moment.
Well, not in the book.
You could pretend.
Yes, I am still reading Les Mis by Victor Hugo. But
my yarn got tangled around a button on my cardigan because I've got it buttoned, and yeah, the yarn just twisted around it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a whole lot further in it because I've been focusing on getting the samples finished.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just thought of something that I forgot to mention in Yummies. It's about Comet. Could you guess? So they're working on the Broadway cast recording, and like the 13th. When is the 13th? Is that like a week from today?
No, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
So this is for if you live in New York.
New York.
Yeah, if on the night of the 13th they're having a thing where like you can like sign up for it on like it's on the Comet Facebook page where they need people to like sing in the large group parts of it and do the egg shakers for like Balaga. And I really want to go, but do I live in New York? No.
Maybe a fairy godmother is watching and would buy you a plane ticket.
Yeah, I want to go. Please, I want to do the Balaga egg shaker.
But then you'd have to be back really quick because we have the photo shoot on the 15th. Talk about major jet lag.
It would be worth it.
Where is the transporter Star Trek technology when you need it? Or the TARDIS?
Not invented yet.
You really need a time turner right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to say about Les Mis?
No.
Okay.
What are you reading?
A lot of things, like usual. I'm rereading The Broken Way by Anne Voskamp because I'm doing this 6-week study with it. I am also reading Unashamed by Christine Kane, and it is really good. It's a nonfiction about shame, obviously with the name Unashamed. And then fiction-wise, I'm rereading Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness using the All Souls Real-Time Reading Companion. We are in like a 5-week break though. So I read like something last week, and then I don't have something in that again to read until like late March.
Wow.
So I hope I remember what has happened. I may have to like go back and be like, oh, okay, this is what happened last. And then I'm continuing to reread the Anne of Green Gables series. So I finished books 5, 6, and 7. Anne's House of Dreams, Anne of Ingleside, and Rainbow Valley. These are all by Lucy Maud Montgomery. And I am rereading the final book in the series, Rilla of Ingleside.
Rainbow Valley.
It's like this wooded area with like a stream and such, like where they live. But one of the kids was looking out the window, and there was a rainbow, and it like lit up the valley, and so he named it Rainbow Valley. But this last book is like really hard because it's like Anne's sons and such are going off to war. And so, yeah, there's lots of emotions and such dealing with that. So, one of the boys has a dog. His name is Monday.
Aww.
And Monday...
What kind of dog?
I don't remember. Monday went to the train station, and then his master went off to go to war, and Monday won't leave the train station. Every time a train comes in, he jumps up and goes over to the train, and he's waiting for his master to come back. So now he sleeps at the train station, waiting for his master to come back.
Oh, puppy.
Yeah. So, and when I finish this book, I'm not sure what I'm reading next. Probably some Kindle Unlimited books.
You should read Little Women, because you said you were going to do that so we could watch the movie.
That's right. I need to do that. Help me remember, and I'll add it to my Kindle.
No, there's Joe's Boys too, but I haven't read that.
I think I've read that a long time ago, but yeah. So, and then some authors that I enjoy reading their stuff have new books coming out on Kindle Unlimited in the next. I think one of them is actually coming out tomorrow. So, so yeah, I'll probably be doing that.
You should read War and Peace.
Not today, thank you.
Well, at the rate that you read things, you would finish it in like a week and a half. Maybe less.
Okay. Let's talk about... Do you see how I'm just like avoiding this?
I can tell you who all the people are. There's Napoleon, you know him.
Oh yeah, we're BFFs.
And there's Pierre.
Best French friends.
And there's Natasha.
That might have to be the title. I'm totally scrolling up.
There's Natasha. You know Natasha. And then there's the other character, the Great Comet of 1812. Those are all the characters.
Oh yeah, that's all. We're best French friends. Okay.
I can make a family tree for you. I love doing that.
That's okay.
I want to make you a family tree.
No. Let's talk about TV, because we've watched some this week. First up, I'm rewatching season 2 of Matlock. And Nana Visitor was the killer.
So wait, hang on. If Matlock was defending her, then like how what did he do? He
partway through the trial, he discovered that she was the actual killer, but he had to keep doing his job to defend her, and so he put her best friend on the stand and was making it be that the best friend was actually the murderer, and Nana Visitor was like, stop, and she changed her plea to guilty.
So then what did he have to do?
He went and had dinner with Julie.
Oh, I thought he had to keep defending her or something.
No, if she changed her plea to guilty, then they'll sentence her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have all my best legal knowledge from watching law shows. I have no clue otherwise. I'd be like, oh wait, Matlock did this. Okay, do you want to talk about the next couple?
Sure. We finished rewatching Fringe. I forgot about the white tulip thingy.
I cried a lot.
She did.
It probably didn't
Did
help.
you hear what Michael's little music box was playing?
Yes.
Where did my pencil go?
I don't know. You ate it.
I ate it.
Mm-hmm. It was yummy.
What?
It probably didn't help that we watched like the last 3 or 4 episodes all in a row, and so there was all these emotions where normally you would get like a week between. I think that's something with binging TV shows, binge watching TV shows. Sometimes the emotions.
They're delicious.
Well, I mean, like, do you remember I had to stop watching Parenthood because I couldn't deal with? I mean, it was like making me have anxiety when I was watching them like binging it. I couldn't deal with it, so I stopped watching. Even though it was a good show, I couldn't keep watching.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what did we start watching now?
We are now watching a series of unfortunate events, the one by Netflix that came out less than a month ago.
Yeah.
It came out sometime in January.
So Neil Patrick Harris is Count Olaf.
Count Olaf.
And he is so funny and
Evil.
He is very evil, but he's very funny, and he sings a lot. He sings the theme song and changes it every episode.
Or the girl who plays Violet plays young Kara in Supergirl.
Yes.
And Sunny, the baby, is adorable.
She is adorable. I love the that we have to have subtitles for what she's saying. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't sure about this because I read the books.
When did you read the
I don't
books?
remember. I read at least the first book at some point.
It came out the year I was born. But I didn't read it until much later.
Yeah, I think I read it around the same time you did.
That was like 5th grade.
Yeah. And you're in like 12th grade now. What? I feel like we're really kind of very sarcastic, snarky this episode.
What?
I think it's...
I have never been sarcastic in my life.
Liar?
I am so ashamed that you would call me that. That you would say that I am sarcastic. I am mortally wounded.
Okay. Are you literally or figuratively wounded?
Figuratively wounded. I am literally standing at the edge of a pond.
Yes.
The world is quiet here.
That's so. Anyway, because we watched the movie at some point and it wasn't my favorite, but I am enjoying this. Except we watched the 3rd episode. Okay, so that's all we've watched up to is the 3rd of 8.
Poor Uncle Monty.
And so what it is it's 4 stories broken each into 2 episodes. But I probably only watched about 40% of the 3rd episode because there was snakes, and I have a thing. Oh. Why does it have to be snakes?
Although most of them weren't snakes, they were like iguanas and kimono dragons and stuff.
And the wallpaper was snakes in their room. I can't deal with snakes. Snakes. I'm like Harrison Ford. What's his character's name? Indiana Jones.
You forgot about Indiana Jones?
No, I couldn't put my finger on the word. Can you tell like we have been like so stressed and so much going on? I feel like I'm being like very like with my hand. I'm like very like I should be like knitting. Yeah, I'm like Indiana Jones. Why does it have to be snakes? Why does it always have to be snakes? I hate snakes. I can't go into the reptile house at a zoo because it creeps me out really badly. I sit outside. So anyway, so we're watching this show.
I like Lemony.
Yeah, he's really good. And it's, so Neil Patrick Harris is Count Olaf, and then Colby Smulders from How I Met Your Mother, so she was in it with Neil Patrick Harris, is the mom. So they've changed it, so the mom and dad are still alive.
Well, maybe they haven't. I can't tell you, because it's a spoiler, but I think I figured it out. But I can't tell you. So.
When do I find out?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to say anything else about that?
No.
Okay. The Hubs and I are rewatching season 3 of Lost. So Sawyer is now the
nice guy.
He's now the leader while everybody else has gone away. But Hurley tricked him into being nice.
How did he do that?
He told him that they were going to vote him off the island if he didn't be nice. And Sawyer thought he was serious.
Oh. What was he doing with Aaron? Aaron used to like him.
Aaron did used to like him. No, he was trying to be nice to Claire and ask about the baby, and he brought a blanket because he doesn't need blankets. He doesn't like blankets, so. But the others have left the houses. And they left Juliet behind.
Where
and
are they now?
I don't know, but John Locke is with them. He's like switched sides. And the smoke monster can't get through the pylon gate field thingy. It like runs into it. Okay. Why don't you talk about the next thing while I drink some water? Because I've been talking a lot.
We are watching season 4 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So this episode had all the Koenigs in it.
And that is not how I would spell Koenig. I had to spell it because you told me.
That's how you spell Koenig.
It doesn't look like Koenig to me.
Like Walter Koenig? That's how you spell his name. How would you spell it?
Kaynig.
No, Koe.
Okay, keep going.
Radcliffe has the evil book now. And so now they figured out May is an android. You misspelled May again.
How does it spell? It's with an E. It auto-corrected it because I'm on my iPad, and it auto-corrects it.
No, it is with a Y. I changed it.
Oh.
It's May, like the month, and the verb.
I thought it was a May. These people and the spellings of their names, it really bothers me.
That's literally the simplest thing.
It's like when you go to Starbucks and they can't spell the name CC. I'm like, it's 2-letter C's. I'm sure I've told them that the worst one I ever got was SEA. I'm dead serious. It was on my Starbucks cup.
Didn't that person draw ocean waves on your cup too?
But now, I mean, I have
James.
I have James, the barista at one of the Starbucks we go to, and he knows me, and he always knows, and he gives me inside information like before it comes out.
Ooh, corporate espionage.
He gave me.
I hope they don't fire you, James.
He gave me some insider information on Sunday. Just okay. What else?
That's it.
Okay.
I said everything.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the next one?
Sure. We're watching season 12 of Bones. It's the final season. Aubrey helped to have his dad arrested.
Because his dad's not a good guy.
And you wrote this.
I did.
You wrote this. Fisher, the weird one, the weird intern.
Yes.
Wrote fan fiction for Bones' books.
Even though he said that he'd never read them, he lied to Bones about it.
He's embarrassed.
Yes.
And Bones wanted to narrate her own books. Her audio books.
Yes. But she was really bad. She would not be good. Okay. You want to
I want to talk about the next one?
Yes, please.
We are watching season 12 of Criminal Minds, and Spencer's mom is living with him now.
But there's some issues. Because I don't think this is a good idea. I think he should I mean, she could still stay there in the same town, but I think she needs more help than he can provide. The hubs and I are watching season 10 of The Big Bang Theory. So there was this machine that could tell people's emotions, but only 4 emotions, like happy, sad, mad, and excited maybe. And so Sheldon was using it to try to figure out what people's emotions were because he lacks the ability to read people's emotions. So, Supernatural season 12. So the Nephilim. I can't ever say that right. Nephilim. So the human and so Lucifer got a lady pregnant and so that is a Nephilim. And so there's this issue.
I thought it was the spawn of Satan.
It is. We're waiting for cosmic consequences. That is what I got from this episode. We are waiting for the cosmic consequences from Castiel killing the Crossroads demon.
Oh. That's nice.
Yeah. But there was a whole storyline in this episode with angels that Castiel had fought with. Like he was with them. They were like I don't know the military terms, a group together.
Army.
But they were like a section of the army. I mean, like...
Division.
Sure.
Regiment.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the words, you guys. We're watching season 4 of The Blacklist. Who is Isabella Stone? Does she have something to do with Mr. Kaplan?
Kaplan is spelled with a K.
I know, it autocorrects, you guys. See, and they don't see this, so they only know that you are telling them that autocorrect messes me up. So, is Isabella Stone, does she have something to do with Mr. Kaplan? That we need to figure out. Next episode is called Isabella Stone, so we will find out. Do you want to talk to the next one?
Sure. We're watching season 2 of Colony. Charlie is troubled.
Yes, very. He tried to set a fire.
Yes. And Jennifer is also troubled. She's sad.
Yes. She's trying to overdose on drugs. So. And then the husband and I are watching season 6 of Grimm. Eve and Diana are drawing the same symbols. So Eve was drawing them on the walls. Remember we talked about that last week. And Diana's drawing them like in her coloring book pad note thing. Monroe and Rosalie are having triplets.
One baby is scary enough. Three
babies.
at once.
And Renard is being... Renard is being haunted by Meisner.
Ooh. Spooky.
Yep. Okay. You talk about the next one?
You talk about it.
Okay. Call the Midwife, Series 6. Sheila is bleeding and now she's in the hospital on bed rest. Hopefully the baby's going to be okay. It was very emotional. Sister Ursula left. Thank goodness. I didn't like her very much. And Sister Mary Cynthia seems to be missing. So she was supposed to be at the mother house, but when Nurse Franklin came through on her way back from Africa, right? South Africa?
I don't remember.
Remember that they went down? There was a group of them that went down, and she stayed to help. She spent the night in the mother house, and she told Sister Julian that she doesn't think Sister Mary Cynthia is there. So where is she? Goodness. And then the hubs and I are watching season 10 of Murdoch Mysteries. Jackson has a new love interest. And it was actually very sweet because his wife had a health condition and that's what caused her to die. And the doctor, when she died, didn't explain it to him. He was just like, this is what he said. But this new love interest for him is studying to be a doctor. And she like took the time and explained, because he said, do you know about, I don't remember what it was, whatever. And she like explained it to him and everything. It was very kind, very kind. And Murdoch and Dr. Ogden are not going to build a house on the land because there was 3 murdered people buried on it. And they were like people that owned land in the same area, and they were really, really awful men, and their neighbors killed them. And now the neighbors are mad at Murdoch and Dr. Ogden because they arrested them for murder. And so they both decided they're not going to build on that land, which is a wise decision, I believe. And you finish off TV for us today.
Okay, we are watching Supergirl season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So there were the White Martians.
They were bad.
Yeah, they were coming for Magan.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I felt that name drop for Miss Martian was like a little silly.
I know. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Miss Martian is a superhero, but the name drop just sounded a little silly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So she has left though to go see if other people that are living on Mars. How do we not know? I mean,
there are Mars people.
Yeah. Why do we not know this? I mean, like,
who, us?
No, like, I mean, shouldn't like NASA or something know that there are people living on Mars?
They're aliens. They're hiding. They live underground. That's why.
They do?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So anyway, she went to go try to get people on her side.
Bye, Miss Martian.
And it was Kara's Earth birthday.
Earth birthday.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. If you stuck this out this long, holy crap. We love you guys. You're awesome. Thanks for listening to us ramble. Okay, we have some cows to talk about, so we should move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our December, January, February Winter Wonderland Cal.
Yes, so this started on the 1st of December, and it runs through the 28th of February, which is 20 days from now. So you have about 3 weeks left. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to winter. Winter. No whips are allowed. You have to start your project December 1st or later and finish it by the 28th of February, but feel free to poly dip in other cowls. We've got lots of lovely prizes that are on the screen right now. We'd like to say a huge thank you to our sponsors of this cowl. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting us. If you would like to know more information about these prizes, what should they do, Dammy?
Go to our website, geekygirlsknit.com, and they are in the show notes there.
Yep, photos, links, all that jazz, or tune into the first podcast of every month where we talk about prizes in detail. Every project you finish and post is one entry into the giveaways. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit Ravelry group to participate. The hashtag is GGKWW1617. We'll lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of March, and winners will be drawn on the next podcast after that. If you are a winner, you have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. There is a chatter thread in our Ravelry group. And Dammy, a lot of people finished stuff this week.
I know.
A lot. And it's not even the end of the month.
I know.
So why don't you give them a wee shout out?
Okay. AA Lauzon, Allison Roseboom, Army Wife 2102, Kathy KC9 EOW, C Howard 06, Crazy Knitting Fool, DG White, Eleanor Gamgee, Frymeister, Fun Friend, Grace Knit, Hazy Summers, Inagata Danita, Jags Honey, JP Music 15, K2P2 Mama, K Guillory, Knitosaurus Rex, Knit Central, Knitters Wild, Little Angel SG2, El McCall, Mama Bug 89, Mantha Mac, Minerva's Bliss, Nada Girl, Rainbow Ange, Saratoga Knitting, S.E. Hepworth, Shirley Knits 123, Skyly Knits, Sylvia 1002, TBS 80, The VFB, Texas Woman 5031, Vegan Jilly, VT Kimmy Kim, and Yarny Mom.
Great job, everybody. So get those projects finished and posted. You have just under 3 weeks until the cowl comes to a close. All right, let's talk about our other cowl.
And now we're going to talk about our For the Love of Socks cowl.
Because we love socks a lot. So this started on the 1st of February and runs through the 31st of March, and it's for any finished sock project. It has to be a pair, 2 socks a pair. So all the details we talked about in detail, because they're details, in episode 227 at the 40-minute, 28-second mark. There's a link in the show notes to that. We're not going to go into all the details again because there's a lot of them. You can also look in the FO thread or the chatter thread in the Ravelry group because the details are there too. And there is an example post in the FO thread of how you post. Okay? If you have any questions or problems posting, you should contact Dammy because she's in charge of it. So PM her Dammy's Doodles on Ravelry. We have a new sponsor this week. The lovely Diane of Suburban Stitcher has posted a prize out to us. It has not come yet, but I know it's yarn. So I've added her to the sponsor list. So a big thank you to all our sponsors. And as soon as that prize gets here, we will add it to the list. Speaking of prizes, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors who donated prizes. They're all on the screen right now. If you'd like to know more about these prizes, go to
geekygirlsknit.com,
where they are all with photos and links, or tune into the first podcast of them every month where we talk about prizes in detail. You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. You have one FO thread, one post in the FO thread that you put all your projects in, and there's also bonus points for yardage. So make sure you're posting everything correctly because we're not going to go back through it and fix it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The hashtag is GGK Love of Socks Cal. And we'll lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of April, and winners will be drawn on the next podcast, and you'll have 30 days to claim your prize. Since we are doing just, you have one post in the FO thread, we are going to wait to the end of the month, every month, and Dammy will give a shout out to everyone who has finished projects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And make sure and check out the chatter thread, because people are showing off their stuff, they are talking about stuff, asking good questions, and you should join in on the fun. There was some good questions about how you weigh your yarn to get your yardage and everything. So check that out if you haven't. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, a part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
So this week's question is for you.
Ooh.
So I shall ask it. Carmen, who is MV Knits on Ravelry, she's from New Mexico. We know New Mexico because we used to live there. She says, I wondered if you would both share what the college search process is like in the UK. Is it similar to the US? Is Dammy considering returning to the US for college, or is she leaning more towards a UK school? Thank you. Dammy.
I would say it's like mostly the same. You just you just find a college.
Apply?
Yeah. But I don't really know where I'm going to be going to college, because like it depends on where these guys are.
You mean as well as the other guy that's in the other room?
Yeah.
The hubs.
It was implied.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't really know yet.
Because you want to be in the same country as us.
Yeah.
So, at this point, you're considering taking at least a gap semester while we figure things out. Do you know what you're planning to study?
Not entirely yet. I don't want to like say something and then change my mind or.
Okay. So you've considered nursing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that you're considering?
Theater.
Okay. I suggested library science because I think you would be an amazing librarian because you love books and you love literature. So yeah, I would agree that it's a pretty similar process to the U.S. and yeah, we'll see where we end up and get Dammy taken care of once we figure out where we're gonna be.
You're gonna take care of me.
Take care. And because I know somebody will ask, the hub is in the process of applying for jobs both here and in the U.S. and we don't know yet where we will be. We will keep you updated when we know what's happening. So, Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to the Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And we tend to answer them in order unless they're time sensitive.
Yep.
You can ask us anything. I don't think there's been a single question that we haven't answered. So, all right, well, we have a review and a giveaway, so we should move on to the next segment.
And now we have a review and giveaway.
Yes, we do. As we mentioned in Yummies, Kate, who is Lillarina, is a proprietor of Fibrary on Etsy, and she does literature-inspired fiber arts. She's based here in Edinburgh. We met her at EYF last year. And she asked if she's just recently opened the shop, and she asked if she could send some stuff for us and for y'all. And so we're going to talk about it. So now I have to say, I was so impressed and touched and I don't know the other words, because Kate was intentional and knows what we like, what we're inspired by, etc. And she used that information to create something beautiful for each of us. And that was just so touching. So thank you, Kate. So Dammy, why don't you tell us what yours is about?
Okay. She wrote an email to us explaining this. So she said, for Dammy, that's me, I was inspired by the subtle beauty of Princess Mary from Great Comet and War and Peace, and created the Balkanskaya, that's her last name, large project bag in shades of blue and gray.
That's Princess Mary's last name, not Kate's.
I know. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I was just clarifying.
Yeah, so it's a light blue and it has little flowers on it and a gray base.
And her the base on her bag are made with vegan leather.
Yeah. The inside has more flowers and a pocket.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's it's nice and it's sturdy. And I think it'll be good. And so that's big enough probably for a large sweater. A large shawl, sorry. A large shawl.
Yeah.
Or anything else that you want to put in there. Or probably part of a sweater, like if you were doing a sweater in pieces or whatever. Would you like to say anything else about what you got?
I like it, thank you.
Yes. Okay, for me, she sent me her Sweet Balm interchangeable needle case. And she said it had to be pink. Yes, it did. So it is designed to house interchangeable needle tips, cables, and associated notions, but it can be used for other things. She said the name of the case, Sweet Balm, is from a quote from a Holly Block novel. "Ah, coffee, the sweet balm by which we shall accomplish today's tasks." And of course, it's in Greek, which is timely and appropriate. So there are 3. Okay, so it's again got the vegan leather back and base. So this has 3 pockets. So it's got one very large pocket, and this has got just a nice leafy interior. The fabric is pink roses. So that pocket, and then it has a second pocket, again with the same lining, that's a little shorter. And then it's got a third pocket right there at the bottom. So this is really great for interchangeable needle sets. I'm not going to be using it for that just because my bestie Katie sewed me one, and I've already got it all set up. But I have an idea for how I'm going to use it with my Bujo and appropriate accessories that I need and use on a daily basis. So, but I really love it, and I'm very touched that Kate knows what I like and did Grink for me. So, okay, so one for y'all. So again, this has the vegan leather base.
It's brown.
It is brown. And it's got teapots and honey and cupcakes and
What is that?
jam.
What's that?
I believe that is like an ice cream sundae.
Delicious.
And the inside is, it's hard to tell. Can you see like the little bit of detail? There's like swirls and dots. And it again has a small pocket for notions in it. So let me tell you about this bag. She was inspired by a quote from Winnie the Pooh. Which, hello again, Winnie the Pooh. Pooh says, "I don't feel very much like Pooh today." And Piglet responds, "There, there. I'll bring you tea and honey until you do." How sweet is that? So this is, again, a large project bag for a big shawl, a kid's sweater, full back or front of an adult sweater. And I already told you it has an inside pocket, and it's got the vegan leather base. These are very well made, and I think they're just beautiful. I love the fabric. Feels very vintagey to me, which I really like. So we are going to be giving this bag away. What you need to do is go to Kate's Etsy shop, which is Fibrary. There's a link in the show notes and in the giveaway thread in the Ravelry group. And look at her shop, and then you need to come back to that thread in the Ravelry group and tell us what book, what literature you would like Kate to be inspired by. And we will leave this thread open for 2 weeks until we record episode 231 on the 22nd of February. And then we'll draw a winner, and you'll have 30 days to claim your prize, or you'll forfeit it. And 1 entry per person, and you must be a member of the Ravelry group to enter. So, thank you again so much to Kate for her kindness and generosity, and just, like I said, it was very touching that she took the time to know what we like and are inspired by, and to create something special for both of us. So, thank you again to Kate so much. I'm giving Kate a heart. Are you giving her a heart? Like, there you go. I was like, are you like mentally giving her a heart because you were knitting? So I recommend Kate's shop. You should definitely check it out. She also has some really cool knitter's notebooks that she has hand stitched the pages into, and they're really, really beautiful. And I know she's coming up with some other things, so check it out. And thank you again to Kate. And I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. And we made it to the end of the show.
Yay!
Yay! If you stuck with us, thank you, because I know this has been a little bit of a crazy one. So just a reminder that our Coffee with Cece and Dami 2, another 7-pattern caffeine-inspired knitting collection, is currently up for pre-order at
coffeewithcc.com.
So the pre-orders end on the 24th of February. So you should definitely check it out and get your order in. And just a little secret, you don't want to miss next week's episode, our Valentine's Day episode. You do not want to miss it because we might be showing you some stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Don't miss next week's episode. And I think I mentioned this last week, but somebody had asked about the patterns in the book, about the socks, if they were toe up or cuff down. They are all both. So, coffeewithcc.com. Okay, speaking of next week's episode, we are going to be filming next week's episode on Tuesday, the 14th, instead of Wednesday, because we have the photo shoot. So, next week's episode will go live on Wednesday morning, the 15th, instead of Thursday, because then we will be going to do photos for the book. So just a heads up, you'll get your episode a day early next week. Any other announcements we need to tell them? All right. Well, we'd like to say a humongous thank you. We love you guys, to everybody who supports the podcast. There's 3 financial ways you could do that. Patreon, which is a site where you can pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives, and you get rewards based on the level you donate at. I just sent out Patreon rewards on Monday, and they were fabulous. So those should be winging their way to you if it was time for you to get one. And if you want to know more about this or sign up to sponsor us, you could go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsknit.
How else can they support us?
There is a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you'd like to make a one-time donation.
Yes. And then also, we are Amazon.com and .co.uk affiliates. So if you click through our website to Amazon and then do your shopping, Amazon gives us a little money back based on what you purchase. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast while doing something you would be doing anyway. And that money goes to shipping out prizes. Speaking of prizes, if you entered the White Christmas Cal, we still haven't heard from some of the winners. So if you participated in that, you need to watch last week's episode to see if you were a winner. So where should they go to? Tell them our website. I can't think of the words.
Our website is geekygirlsknit.com, and there are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yeah, and that's where you can do the PayPal or go to Amazon. Is there. So I think that's everything. We're going to go. We've got a lot to do still with the book, and also get this podcast episode ready for you. So until next week, happy knitting and have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
But you risk knots.
Let me have my fun.
You're not allowed to have fun. What do you think? Is this a fun house?
Yes.
Where are the mirrors? You know, the what are they called?
Mirrors?
No, but
They
like,
don't have a name, I don't think.
do you know what is the house of mirrors, where the mirrors make you look weird? Are we a carnival act?
Sure.
What would be our name?
don't know.
I don't know either. Something sarcastic and snarky, I'm sure. Welcome to the House of Mirrors.